Welcome to the Home Talk Podcast, brought to you by Bet Niger, your home of bets. Boom! AFCON preview. And interestingly, Nigeria take on Tunisia, the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Carthage Eagles. Yes, Carthage Eagles. But now we be super. But we go discuss all the things we concern and break them down on top of the Home Talk Podcast so that we go understand them. I get my people with me inside the studio. Toyo, baby. Sawadinho on the microphone, and Azeez, the Sansan legend. Let's go straight into this conversation. And what better way to begin? Nigeria versus Tunisia. If they pay me for body, waiting happen for 2021. And if we forget that game. Because as they watch that game like this, I see, say, we feel win this game. Then I can't see, say, we can't concede. Then I can't see, say, we not feel score. Then I can't see, say, this game just they go like this. And that night, I not chop. Meanwhile, I know they take food play. Now, so the team take pay me rich because many people were saying, oh, Tunisia, but it just be like saying that we pursue that game. Now, let me go straight to you, Sawa. Do you think this is the time for revenge against the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia?
Don't go with that revenge mentality. You know, approach every game like it's a must-win game. You understand? Because the revenge mentality sometimes maybe puts so much pressure. Sometimes it's a good thing, right? Sometimes it's a good thing. Let's not get it twisted.
The right motivation.
You know, sorry to digress. You know, when Haaland said "stay humble," it kind of added extra motivation to the Arsenal players in the reverse fixture, and we saw the outcome. You understand? So sometimes, if you channel that anger positively, you know, that's when that's your quote-unquote revenge becomes a good thing. Sometimes it puts added pressure, you understand? So just approach the game like this is a game that we can win. We need to set out to win, and we must do everything possible to win. And then you go there and you get the result. But the challenge is right now, the both teams, if you put them side by side, do you think the Super Eagles have enough firepower to beat the Carthage Eagles? The Carthage Eagles are a much better side now than they were in 2021. And let us not forget, I don't know whether it was a scam or it was true, the whole COVID situation in their camp at the time that ruled out, was it 9 or 10 players or whatever, or 7, you understand, at the time. And we still couldn't win. You know, I'm not saying the Tunisians have always had the better of us. Now, the same Tunisia will beat for 2000 Nations Cup. You know, I think 4-2. You understand? So, right now, they look like a better side, especially with their result against Uganda. It was very convincing, right? So, let them just come out and surprise me. That's one game I think we would not be able to win, but I hope that they can surprise me.
All right, so 16 games dating as far back as 1977. 5 wins, Super Eagles of Nigeria. 4 wins, Carthage Eagles. 7 draws in regulation time. Azeez, what should Eric Shell do differently in the game against Tunisia?
Yeah, the game against Tanzania, you don't come, you don't go. This one against Tunisia.
Win the better side.
Yes, you don't win your first match. Your second game, they much more important because if you win that second game against Tunisia, you don't qualify to the next round. So it is very, very important. And anything will go make you lose that match against Tunisia, you don't put pressure on yourself ahead of the last group match. And in that last group match, anything they possible. At this stage of the tournament, any team can win anybody. So we no need to look, say we want revenge waiting happen few years ago. Just take the game like this is just a normal game, but we want to win.
Must win.
Like we all know, the Tunisian side, they are a very, very fast side. And if you want physicality, then get them. If you want techniques, then get them. They play like European teams. So we just need to do everything possible, being focused, being at least 90% level of concentration, try as much as possible to score first, second goal, which is very, very possible. Tunisians, they are not unbeatable. We can beat them and beat them well. So we just need to try as much as possible not to concede a goal first. Because I know the Nigerian squad, I know the Nigerian players. Anything we go make us concede goal first. Pressure on the player, don't begin they play under. They begin the force ball. So we just need to be focused and make sure we don't concede first. But the most important thing is we can win Tunisia, but we shouldn't put that revenge on our mind.
Very true. So, Toyo baby, we have quality. Mwabali, Osai Samuel, you have Semi Ajayi, you have Calvin Bassi, you have Zaidu. Then you have Ndidi, Iwobi, Chukwueze, Lukman, Ako, Osimhen. Do you think that Eric Schell would have a selection dilemma? And how do you think he should approach that game, putting out his first 11?
Aside from our first 11, we don't have, any special player or clutch player that can come from the bench.
That boy where they say they unlock, that be the key to unlock.
Oh, please.
Unlock. That one where they dribble Percy begin fight out.
Oh, please. How many times has he even started for Sevilla until after the World Cup playoffs that started, giving him more, game time
at some
for
point.
Sevilla. But even though, all I'm just saying is, this first 11 is the strongest, based off of the squad we took to the AFCON tournament. Now,
really, there's Rafael Onyedika and Frank Onyeka that could actually make that midfield stronger.
Aside from that midfield selection
Exactly.
problem, other than that,
who then go bench?
Chukwueze now.
Other than that,
Yes, now Chukwueze can move forward.
because
Rafael
of
Onyedika
the tactics. He's going
Frank
for
Onyeka, yes.
he's going for
Depending
a 4-4-2.
on what he wants to play.
Yes, depending on what he wants to
Exactly,
play. But Eric Schell's problem is not selection. His problem is interpretation and
Yeah.
animation on the pitch. He might not even in case of he would give this instruction, in the dressing room or while they are training. But when the D-Day comes, it's a different thing the players would execute when they are playing against their opponents based off of what they're seeing their opponent do. Now, that's not just the only problem. Let's go back to 2021, where we lost to Tunisia. We were the better side. From the group stage, we won all the group stage, 9 points, right? Came out of the group stage in round of 16 thinking Tunisia will put them aside. But we dominated possession, dominated chances. In fact, we didn't create too much chances because we had possession, but we were not able to do anything with the ball. And this is something people don't understand a lot. You feel like because you have possession, you have so much possession, or you're dominating the possession, you mean that you're controlling the game. You might have 39% of the possession of the ball and still control the game because you control what the opponent does. You control how the opponent attacks you. You control how much influence the opponent has over you, despite the fact that you have you have less balls or you have less chances with the ball. Our problem we had when we had so much balls, Simon Moses could not do anything against their fullbacks. Our fullbacks were always stuck every time we tried to attack. Now look 2021 to 2025. Tell me, have you seen any improvement? It's still the same problem. We're complaining every time we come here to discuss and analyze the Super Eagles. We've not found a way our wingers can be so tricky. We have tricky wingers, but we've not seen our wingers go on a very good run, exploit the fullbacks of the opponents, and do so well. Chukwueze is so good. I struggle to wonder why you are afraid of fullbacks, that you're always coming inside. You have no business coming inside for full 90 minutes. Go on the wings, take them on runs, stretch them out. That's the problem we're having. If we continue with these tactics, the Tunisians will have a field time against us because you know why? They'll be comfortable. They already know that this is what we throw at them. And all they have to do is sit back, soak up pressure, and go on their counter-attack. And we're not good on the counter-attack. And that's something that Richel needs to take care of.
Very true. You mentioned players that you believe would bolster our midfield. I'd allow you just have your say.
This is not me trying to suggest to Eric Schell. He's the person in charge. I mean, at the end of the day, people will tell you he's the one that trains the players, he's the one that's there with them.
That knows them best.
Our assessment will best be based off what we see of them at club side. I don't know why Eric Schell doesn't play Rafael Onyedika. I think that guy will bring a level of stability to our midfield that we lack. And he mixes that up with goals and creativity, calmness. Rafael Onyedika. We know Frank the Tank Onyeka. We know what he does, and he's a typical box to box. You understand? So I don't know for him. These are the players I really want to see. And Chidera Juke is a mesmerizing player from the flank. Don't play him from the right hand side. Play him from the left. You understand? And also give him that ability to rove. Yeah, give him. It is one thing to be confined to a space. It is another thing to tell the player that, see, you are free to rove. But more often than not, play here.
On the left.
Play from the left.
Yeah.
It is a different thing from saying, I want you at the left. You understand? That time you are confined to that space. But when you tell him that, guy, you have the ability, you have the freedom to, cut in, rove, and do the free balls to you and all of that. But more often than not, I think your power is from the left. So often tilt towards the left, and maybe give support to Azeez Sanusi when he's, surging up front and all of those things. And I think we'll see the best of them. Basically, I want them to play with more freedom. Flair, which is what we have been lacking for a very long time. Let the players play with more freedom. Let it not look like a military football. You understand? So I know we have some quality players on the bench. I can't say much about the new lads that's been just injected into the team, Ebenezer and the likes. We've not seen them in national colours, just yet. But I want to believe that they too can have something to contribute. And I think the coach should actually start using players in their very favourable positions.
Okay.
So because it will be to the best of the country. Let me take you back to the 2018 World Cup. Nigeria, according to Mourinho in his words, Nigeria was sacrificing one of the best 6 in the world for a terrible number 10. When he was talking about Mikel Obi, the way we used him against Croatia, we used him as a 10. When according to him, he was a better 6. And so when we reverted to that against Iceland, we saw the difference. Yeah. We had more control of the game. So let's use the players in positions where it will serve the best interest of the team.
So let's look. Okay,
you know something. There are some players. If coach decides to give them this opportunity, like you said, the player is playing from the left and he has an opportunity to rove.
Yeah.
Some player, after that roving where they rove, when we lose the ball, what were you supposed to do? Go back to your primary position.
Cover.
Our match against Tanzania, Samuel Chukwueze lacked that. He comes to the middle, gets the ball, do one or two things, but after losing that ball, that wing where ain't supposed to day. He don't day open. If to say we they play against team where they tactically sound. Now that's our wing side. Then we take punish us yesterday. And now we are playing against Tunisia where they tactically sound. Now where then go capitalize with that. And that is where I am coming from, that it is better that we play in the D. Onyedika and the Iwobi against Tunisia. Mook we choke that midfield. Then we put one winger, one striker. That would help us. But if we don't do that, we try to play this Lukman come in, Chukwueze come in, that midfield then gets power past our own players. Then we use power jammers, then they go spread the ball to wingers. Check the North African teams, then wingers, then they very fast and skillful. So once they meet somebody like Azeez Sanusi or Bright, one-on-one 3 times, there'll be problem. That is where our defense becomes so open.
Porous,
so our coach needs to try as much as possible to fix that midfield. No be every 2 games, no be the same. We don't play against Tanzania now with this particular formation. We win. Tunisia is not Tanzania. We need to fix up.
That is where I think the coaches in Nigeria, the coaches we've had in recent times, they don't know what they are doing. Trust me, I can bet you almost 98% that he will repeat the same starting 11 against Tunisia.
Because they don't watch their opponents.
Because they don't.
They don't watch their opponents.
But traditionally against North African teams, our history with North African teams now say the way we they approach that game suppose they different.
That's what I'm telling you.
Because those guys
from Genot Raw till date, the coaches we have not had the balls to field players according to the strength of opposition. Tactically, what they do is trial and error. I play this 11 against these people. It work. They score 2 and I go continue with them.
You won't continue with the winning pattern.
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about key battles on the field of play. Football don't pass, say just go and play. You go play based on the strength of your team. Let's look at Nigeria's wingers and Tunisia's fullbacks. You don't talk about their skill and their strength. You think, say, our wingers go get the power to fit overcome their fullbacks?
They are always, like I said earlier, they are always this fast, energetic. They are always this fast, energetic squad.
Yes.
Like most North African teams. And looking at our match against Tanzania, talking about what Toyo said, you saw Moses Simon, after one or two take-ons, he started passing the ball. Sometimes I wouldn't even blame Moses Simon because as a winger, if you hold ball, if you see your own fullback, we make decoy run behind you.
Yeah.
That gives you one extra strength because one extra option, either to pass to him or the defender where they mark you, go mark that place. You can dribble. But how many times you don't see our fullbacks where they do decoy run? Now also problems with that. So there are so many coaching. I don't want to do coaching job, but the truth is we playing as a team now problem. So it will be very, very hard for our wingers to outwit their fullbacks one-on-one many times. Yes, it is possible. It can happen, but it not go happen many times.
All right, so Sawa, let's look at the midfield. We know say this one you must use power. No be midfield, no be salad midfield. This na fufu and afang soup midfield. Let's look at the Nigerian midfield. If you are Coach Eric Shell and you have the opportunity of fielding a midfield that will be dominant and impose their physicality and strength in the game against Tunisia, how would you set up your team?
I would play, like I said, I'm a lover of Onyedika. I mean, I'm not biased towards him. I like the way I see him play, especially when I watch him play in the Champions League with Club Brugge. You know, I would play with Ndidi and Onyedika, sincerely, and Alex Iwobi. I would give Alex Iwobi that responsibility of roving.
Yeah.
And maybe tilting towards the left. But I would tell him, just be a JJ for me. You know, enjoy yourself. Those passes, Alex Iwobi is now mastering the art of splitting defenses with his pass. You know, he knows how to pass the ball. You know, I think that's one aspect of his game that is really, really worked upon. I will give him that free hand and allow him tilt towards the left a little bit more. And because I will be allowing him tilt towards the left a little bit more, I would play what's his name?
Raphael.
No. I'll play Victor, and then I'll also play what's his name? Chukwueze.
In midfield?
No, from the right side of attack.
From the right side of attack?
Yes,
Chukwueze.
yes.
As
From the right side of attack as a winger.
Right winger, yeah.
You understand? Because I'll be letting Iwobi cut, as in tilt towards the side more. Then I'll play Chukwueze from the right side of attack. You understand? I'll also give him that responsibility of tracking back. Just like Abu said, he shouldn't be carried away and leave his primary place of assignment. You must be tracking back as well to help Bright or Saïd Samuel so that the load is not heavy on him because they have pacey wingers.
Yes.
I didn't really get to see the Tunisia game. I think it's the only highlight I saw because I was watching
Arsenal Palace.
The Crystal Palace Arsenal game, because it was the same time. You understand? I didn't get to see that. You know, so I can't actually say where their strength lies
that
right now.
Their midfield.
You understand? I've not seen
Sassy,
that.
Skiri, Mejbri.
Yes, so I've not seen
those
them,
boys.
You know, but if I'm to judge from over the years, I mean, North Africans, they might be good, but they've not really been a thorn in our flesh. Yeah, they've not really been a thorn in our flesh, you know. Like, there's no North African side that has done to us what Cameroon has done to us. You understand? So, basically, just come out and play.
All right. So, Toyo, baby, let's talk about Nigeria's defense and Tunisia's counter-attacking prowess.
Yeah.
Because once those boys hold ball, it just be like, say, they don't tell them, say, once you see your player away hold ball, just begin they run. The way when they run, they put fear of God for person mind. How do you think our defense should set up against the counter-attack style by Tunisia?
So we mentioned Chukwueze being on the right wing more. I think the reason why is because he has to help Bright Osayi out. This young man, Elias Akuri, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name well.
Yes.
He plays for...
He scored 2 goals.
Yes, he plays for Copenhagen.
Yes.
He's going to be a problem for Bright Osayi.
Problem.
So he needs his own winger, that's Chukwueze, to help cover up, which is to track back and help in terms of whenever they attack. So that when we are also on the attack, Chukwueze can also be able to, push or press the young man to pin them back in their own half too. And that's the problem we're going to have. You look at through also Sad on the left wing too as well. These guys are pacey wingers. They are 7 and they are number 11. They are quite pacey. They can hurt you. And that's where we need our wingers to also cover up for our fullbacks. We can't always leave Bright and Zaidu Sanusi so open and be like, okay, you are a defender. You do your job. Track back and help. And like he rightly mentioned, when you lose the ball, what are you doing next? I think another thing we lack in that Super Eagles team is moving around. We're too positional. We're too, I've done my job. The next person is supposed to do that. Yeah. You are here to cover your teammates' weaknesses. This person lost the ball. The fact that you're defending this area doesn't mean you cannot cover for this other side if you have the room to. We need to defend as a collective.
Compact.
Very, very compact. Reduce the number of spaces. We had too many spaces that the Tanzanians, exploited. They were just, I don't want to say silly. They were just so...
Their quality, not really...
too amateurish.
Teams when you will give that kind of opportunity, you will cry.
If it were to be Senegalese...
You will cry.
We would have had like 3 goals considered.
You will cry, especially Nicolas Jackson.
Trust me, or Mane, or Sa. So we need to be very compact, leave few spaces open, let our wingers and midfielders be able to track back and even assist. Even Victor Osimhen is not relieved of defensive duties.
At all.
You defend from the front.
As a team.
Cover up, press. And then when you cannot press or you've lost the ball, move back and see how you can win the ball back and then let's attack.
True. So as it stands, if we look at this group, it be like saying that Uganda now be the weakest. Currently, the way when we take one person chop 2 goals, one chop 3 goals. It be like saying that Uganda be the weakest. And then there's this temptation of, okay, it's our second game. We still have 1 game against a team that is not maybe as formidable as the team we are playing next. Maybe let's just see if we can maybe play for a draw. I'm just saying, you know, some coaches, they do like that. Let's keep it safe. So I'm going to ask you, I'll give you 2 options. Just choose one. How you think the Super Eagles should set up against Tunisia. And I'll begin with you, Sawa. So Nigeria, Tunisia, press high or stay compact? Press high or stay compact?
I don't think we have the quality to go for a high press.
So let's stay compact.
Yes.
All right. Abu Azeez, press high or stay compact?
Stay compact.
Stay compact.
Yep.
Toyo baby, press high or stay compact?
Stay compact.
Yeah, not true now.
It doesn't mean that staying compact doesn't mean you will not win. It doesn't mean you'll be cowardly in your staying compact.
Staying compact is not low block.
Yes, it's not low block.
Let's not misconstrue or just
misinterpret.
Or you are defending or you're soaking up pressure.
So I'm not saying play low block. When I say stay compact, because if you say high press now, sometimes high press comes with throwing caution to the wind. You know,
and we don't have the players for it. We don't have players for it. We don't.
Kevin Bassey's recovery rate,
is
not good.
Even in terms of recovery, we don't have the
recovery rate
is
is not good. Kevin Bassey. Why I'm saying Kevin Bassey is because the defender, when we're pressing high, our defenders are expected to be high up the pitch.
Of course.
And their recovery rate is not good. I'll refer you to the South Africa game. When Kevin Bassey was trying to track back, his recovery rate is not fantastic. It's not all that.
All right, so staying compact is not low block.
It's not low block.
As a team,
I'm not saying
just move.
Exactly.
We're not saying play cowardly.
If you have the good personnel, you can as well press high in a compact way.
Exactly. If I have legs like Benjamin Fredericks across the front.
Unfortunately, we don't have those personnel in that team that can press high. So we just have to just be compact. But when we attack, we attack as a team. When we defend
All right,
as a
so
team.
finally, Toyo baby, fast breaks or slow build up?
Fast breaks, because I think that's where our strength lies. We have Ademola Lookman who knows how to play that counter-attacking for transitioning. We're good at that to an extent. So and Victor Osimhen is like a power horse. He just wants to run. Just whether you stone him the ball or you give him ball to feet or you give him in a diagonal way.
He wants to run at the defense.
Let him run. So that's the best thing.
Abu Azeez.
With the kind of attack we have, I'm not talking about Victor Osimhen as an attacker. The team's attack completely, we would surely have chances. But one thing in games like that is utilize your chance. It might not come many, but when you have like 4 opportunities, try as much as possible to utilize at least 2. When we score 2, or if we score 2 against Tunisia, that would give us more confidence into that game.
If you score 2 against Tunisia, you try. So you are of the opinion, fast breaks, no patient build. More no just they take and slowly.
The truth is that both of them can actually, work together. You understand? I'm a fan of, build up, systemic build up. You understand? I'm a fan of it. But when there is an opportunity to catch them on a fast break, 2-3 touches and you're in their goal, why not? You can do it.
All right.
Do you have the players for it? We have some pacey wingers.
All right.
Pam.
So your score prediction: Nigeria versus Tunisia.
Tunisia 2, Nigeria 1. Yeah, I expect them to beat us, actually, sincerely. I expect them to beat
Why
us.
did you like this now?
I expect them to beat us. That's my prediction.
Tunisia 2, Nigeria 1.
I expect them to beat us.
All right.
2-2.
2-2.
Yep.
4 goals go come out for that match.
2-2.
Toyo baby.
I'm also smelling a draw, so 1-1.
1-1.
Or it could even be goalless.
Okay, so Toyo baby 1-1. Abu Azeez 2-2.
2-2.
Sawadinho, we reject it.
Amen.
But Sawadinho's prediction 2-1 in favor of Tunisia. You when they watch us, what do you predict? In fact, I want to do something special now. Nigeria versus Tunisia. Your prediction. Anybody who predicts correctly, I get one book. Sunday Olise, yes. Now Sunday Olise, now he writes the book. Legendary Sunday Olise, captain of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Milford Mesro, the one with the stone pass like GPS. I go give anybody who predicts correctly now. I'll give a
commentator for the match.
Yes. So just drop your prediction, Drop your prediction as he did like this now. Sharp. We go check him. The first one we enter, we correct. I'll give you that book. Now Sunday Olise even signed the book. Una don't hear them now. Nigeria versus Tunisia. Thank you very much, Sawadinho. Thank you very much, Abu Azeez. Thank you very much, Toyo baby. Thank you to our viewers. Remember that prediction, if you predict correctly, book where we say now Sunday Olise legend, now right time, and even sign when you go show your children. I will give you. So drop your prediction. Bye.